What if the person least expected, the youngest, smallest, and most overlooked, was chosen by God to change history forever? This is the story of David, a shepherd chosen by God. Long before David became a king, he was just a shepherd boy. David lived in a small town called Bethlehem. While his older brothers trained as soldiers and earned respect, David spent his days watching sheep. He fought off lions and bears with nothing but a sling and his faith in God. To most people, David didn't look important, but God saw something different. One day, God sent the prophet Samuel to Jesse's house to anoint the next king of Israel. Jesse proudly presented his strongest sons, one by one, but God rejected them all. Finally, Samuel asked, "Is there anyone else?" David was called in from the fields, dusty, young, and unexpected. And God said, "This is the one." In that moment, David was anointed as the future king, even though no one else could see it yet. God doesn't choose based on appearance. He looks at the heart. Not long after, Israel faced a terrifying enemy, the Philistines. Their champion was a giant warrior named Goliath. He was huge, heavily armed, and fearless. For 40 days, Goliath mocked Israel and challenged them to fight. No one dared to step forward, not even King Saul. David arrived at the battlefield only to bring food to his brothers. But when he heard Goliath's insults, something stirred inside him. David didn't see a giant, he saw someone standing against God. With no armor and only a sling and 5 smooth stones, David stepped forward. He declared, "The battle belongs to the Lord." One stone, one moment, and the giant fell. David's faith defeated fear. The size of your faith matters more than the size of your enemy. From hero to hunted, David became a hero overnight. People sang songs praising him. But praise can be dangerous. King Saul grew jealous. Fear turned into anger, and soon Saul wanted David dead. David went from palace to hiding, from celebration to caves, from promise to pain. Even while running for his life, David refused to harm Saul, even when he had the chance. David trusted that God's timing was better than revenge. He waited, he suffered, he stayed faithful. Waiting doesn't mean God has forgotten you. Sometimes it means he is preparing you. David becomes king. Eventually, Saul died in battle. After years of waiting, David was finally crowned king of Israel. He united the nation, defeated enemies, and made Jerusalem the capital. David ruled with humility and relied on God for guidance. David wasn't perfect, but he was sincere. Leadership isn't about power, it's about humility and trust in God. David's greatest failure and redemption. But David's story doesn't end with victory. As king, David made a devastating mistake. He sinned, tried to hide it, and caused deep pain to others. When confronted, David didn't make excuses. He repented. He humbled himself. He cried out to God for forgiveness. And God forgave him. David's life reminds us that even those chosen by God can fall, but repentance opens the door to restoration. David's journey from shepherd to warrior, from fugitive to king, reminds us that God does not choose based on outward appearance. God looks at the heart. David was not perfect, but he was willing to turn back to God again and again. His life teaches us that faith can overcome fear, patience is required for God's promises, and forgiveness is possible even after failure. God can use anyone, the overlooked, the broken, and even those who have fallen, to fulfill his purpose. And just like David, if your heart is willing, God can do great things through your life too.